Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever, the Transpennine map. You find me here sat watching our latest creation, Northern Trains, the Preston to Liverpool service, just about to approach the curve into Liverpool where it meets up with our Manchester Victoria service. So yes, off to another flying start here, and we're going to jump right in and have a quick look. I've already pork barreled us for this this particular video. We've now got 10 by 5, so 500 each. That's a lot. Nope, I'm not even going to embarrass myself and attempt to work that out, but it's a lot. So we'll just have a look at what's going on here. So we've got the Liverpool to Manchester Railway making 276,000. I don't know how often that happens, whether that's monthly, daily profit. No, it won't be daily profit. Monthly or yearly, I don't know what that is, but it's in green, so that's good. And then at the bottom here, obviously this is proving an expensive little project to run, but obviously people haven't heard about it yet, so they're not going to be going crazy over it. But that's not a problem. I mean, when you look, it's only carrying one person out of 132, and if you add all the negatives up, the positives outweigh them here at the top anyway. So that's I'm happy with that. I can live with that. So yes, right. Well, we'll jump off the train here at Liverpool, and without further ado, let's crack on. So I have also done a little bit of smoothing here. I should have positioned the camera angle better so you didn't see all of that behind. I mean, you can still see a little bit of these lines. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of them completely, but it looks a little bit better than what it did anyway. So there we go. You can't see them now. We'll gradually work on this. I promise I won't make you watch all that. So yes, I'll do that between videos. So anyway, so the line we're focusing our attention and efforts on today is these two tracks here. So eventually they're going to come round here and to this part of Liverpool, then bend round, shooting up towards Warrington, and finally joining on here, coming into Manchester Piccadilly. So that will then... Oh, and of course we're going to extend that line down to Stockport, which you can just see in the upper right hand corner of the screen there. Now this Warrington line is good for quite a few reasons. I mean, it's going to give us scope, it's going to give us Stockport to Manchester, which these two towns are going to have a very frequent service. In fact, I can almost see them merging into one big town, which is quite an exciting prospect. But it also gives us scope to have trains running over the South Pennines to Edale and Sheffield, the East Midlands services. And then we can also get some freight going around Warrington. So anyway, what we're going to do first, we'll focus in the Liverpool area, platform length of 160, and I think we'll stick a second street connection in because we can. So that's going to go there. Is it? Yes, that's going to go there. No, it's not. We're going to put it a little bit further down. So that is Liverpool South Parkway. Whoops. Oh, it would be if you could spell right. Sausage finger buffoon. Yes, Liverpool South Parkway. So we'll add our bus station there. And, whoa, didn't mean to do that. Come on, straight line, straight line. There we go. Straight enough. We'll add that round there. Bus stops away. Get two of them on bus 3, so fingers crossed. I know I've not edited the colour there, but they should come out turquoise. Fantastic. So that's that. Get rid of Upper Liverpool, and then we'll extend this route up to South Parkway and back again. So, I'm sorry mate, back on the road you go. There we go. I'm sure I'll end up putting that back in at some stage, but nevertheless. Right, so let's connect South Parkway down towards Lime Street. So I'm just going to do it in one fluid motion there. Just because money is no object. Have I done that right? Yes, I have. Boom, that's in there. We'll make it look a little bit neater later on, I'm sure. Collision. What's it colliding with? No! Colliding with that again. It's not attached to that, look. Look, it doesn't affect that in any way, having this track round here. I think you're just messing with me. We'll try delete that and see if it likes it. Yeah, you see, absolutely fine. And I bet now we've put that down, if we go back towards Liverpool, I bet it'll let us put that exact section of track back in. Where was it from? Here? Yes. There you go. The exact same section of track put back in. How bizarre. You just did that screw with me, didn't you? I'm sure you did. Sat there quietly laughing to himself. I'm implying the track is masculine. So we'll have a nice 40-mile-an-hour curve there into the station. Get the train slowing down and extending out towards Warrington. So let's bob Warrington Central Station in there. So that's that, Warrington Central. And extend that down to there. Excellent. A bit of an incline there. We don't particularly like incline. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not bothered about the inclines at all, but I know that the trains we're using don't particularly like inclines. And it would be nice if they could crack on and in fact we're gonna leave that there. No, we're not. I tell a lie. We're gonna bring that out to about there, and then we're gonna have a nice, charming little bridge, which I think will use 56 mile an hour. Not big on that one. We're gonna use the steel bridge, the nice green one here. And then put that back to there. Fantastic. So that's going to almost be soaring above the trees all the way into Manchester. Very nice indeed. Very nice. And that little bridge there just gives Warrington scope to expand out this way. Doesn't completely cut it off from the rest of the world, which is what we like. And I've just realised you forgot to load the map in, you fool. We'll go around and do that quickly now. Look at that lag. Look at that. Absolutely terrible. Normally I would do this before I started recording, but I completely forgot. And back down again, and I think that's about it. Yep, there we go. Right, ignore all the east side of the Pennines for now. Excellent. So we'll just... so that knows where it's meant to go, we'll shove that in there. What we're also going to do is put... I say what we're also going to do. 3 in length, and we said 320, didn't we? We're going to put in Warrington Bank Quay Station. So where's that heading up? There. Just delete that. So Warrington Bank Quay. I promise you it's Quay. I know it's spelt Quay, as I thought it was for many years, but no, it's definitely Quay. There we go. So we'll put our little buses in here. We're going to go for a nice regal, or a very upmarket deep red for the buses here, based on Network Warrington. A real life bus company there, folks. If you're from Warrington, I'm sure you're aware of that and don't need me to tell you. So, bus station in. Now, you get 10 points if you can guess what this line is going to be called. We'll put it at that dark red there. Warrington Bus 1. Did you get it right? Well, a pat on the back and 10 points to you if you did. If you didn't, you should really be paying attention. There's a bit of a theme going on here. I think we only need 2 of these stagecoaches for now. Spung 2 of them in. Warrington. Now, don't they look pretty? Very pretty indeed. Anyway, enough of Warrington. And I think we're just about ready to go. Well, there's already doing Liverpool and of course Manchester. It means that a lot of the bus connections have already been done, so fantastic. Right, we'll just pause it temporarily. In fact, no, we won't. We're going to try and not pause the game. Unless... Oh no, I've forgotten. Sorry about that. Completely forgot. We said we were going to extend it down to Stockport as well, didn't we? Slap on the wrist for you there. Right, 160. No, we'll go with 200. We don't want any additional length on there. And I think we need... Yeah, we've got the 4 platforms there. Bung that in. Stockport there. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. And we're going to put... So these 2 platforms here, I think, are going to be the terminating platforms for Stockport. And then these 2 here can be for the services heading over the Pennines. Because we are going to have a few services terminating at Stockport. So, because obviously we are going to have... the Manchester Airport real-life services are going to have to terminate at Stockport today. So I can imagine there's going to be eventually quite a bit of traffic between these 2 cities, which is good. It's what we want. It's definitely what we want there. So we'll put our semaphore signal in there. And we'd best... do we need... Oh yeah, we need a second street connection. Can't believe I'm forgetting such minor details. To be honest with you, I don't think we really need a Stockport bus. We will do in a bit, but it's of little priority to us. So we'll come back round here. We've already got the signal in at Liverpool. So without further ado, let's get that line in, which we tried earlier. So Liverpool, Warrington Central, Manchester Piccadilly Junction, Stockport, Piccadilly, Warrington and South Parkway again there. So we'll just double check before we get going that that's all matched up correctly. And I do believe it has. How's it looking round Piccadilly? Smashing. Oh, we don't like that at all. No, we don't want that. Do we need a waypoint? I think we do. I don't want to put it there because it's in the middle of the track. Well, we may as well put it there. So, Piccadilly Junction. Go around that way, then at least you're not colliding with each other. Right, so, Northern Trains, Liverpool to Stockport. And that's going to be our nice deep purple there for Northern Rail, or Northern Trains. Smashing. Right, let's go back over to Liverpool, and we shall get that going. Now obviously we've still only got the D3rd there to play with at the moment. Not very much at all, which is a bit of a shame. I'm really looking forward to... oh, why is that happening? I'm really looking forward to getting more vehicles to play with. I feel like we're just setting off the same vehicles again and again. Right, Liverpool to Stockport. Out you come. Fantastic. So we shall set. Excellent. And I mean, I can't say that I'm particularly excited about this train. It's, I mean, we've already got 4 of them. It's pretty much just another 142 in my eyes. There's thousands of them about. Nothing special at all. Apologies if you are a 142 fan there. It'll be interesting to see how this copes with the hill just coming out of Liverpool there up to South Parkway. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Not nice at all, I apologise there. Right, we'll pay some of the loan off. I mean, we've got the loan out, but we don't need it for now. And full steam ahead. It has to be said, when we do get vehicles that are a little bit quicker, we might see more of them in Liverpool at the same time. I'm really wanting this to be a hive of activity for our vehicles. And then, of course, we've got the obligatory space in here when this fellow gets into the station. We need to make sure they're nice and evenly spaced out, otherwise my OCD won't be able to cope. And of course, I'm sure it's better for profits when it's when they're spread out. It gives a nice even frequency. There we go, you see, a nice bit of train action there. And from a rival company as well. I say rival company, they're all owned by me, but oh, it's off before us as well. There we go, right, pause, quick. Yes, it has to be said, we're not getting an awful lot of speed between Lime Street and South Parkway there. Which I suppose, as they're both stations within Liverpool, you probably just get the bus if you were going between the two. I mean, it's far cheaper. Far cheaper indeed. Right, so while that's doing its thing, I think we're also going to look at what else have we got here. I say that, yes, I haven't actually got a plan for any of this series. Normally, it's good to have a think through what you're aiming to achieve in each video. I haven't done that. We're literally just winging it and making it up as we go along. Anyway, I think, right, what we're going to do, we are going to make something freight. Let's make something freight. Yes, we're going to need all our loan back there, mate, that we've just borrowed, that we've just repaid. I do apologise for wasting your time, Mr. Banker. And what we're going to do is we are going to use Preston as where our main freight hub is going to be. I think we'll have 5 there. What's the length of Preston Station? Is it 320? It is, isn't it? I'm going to line that up. Will it snap? Yep, come on. Duplicate segment, that's not what we want. Come on, snap together. For me. Come on, you can do this. No. Well, nevertheless, we are going to have a hub at Preston. We're only going to need 200 metres. I can't see us having particularly long freight trains. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to stick with the 320 for our freight terminus. Now, for Preston, that's going to be the main hub for Lancaster. Not Lancaster. Why did I say Lancaster? That's up there. Lancashire. This is going to be the main hub. So from Preston, we're going to deliver goods to Blackburn, Blackpool and Lancaster via truck, which is what we want. Now down at Warrington, we're going to also have, at Bank Quay Station, we're going to have that there. And I think we're just going to have the 3 platforms. We don't need any more. We might do later. We can always expand. So, come on. I want to get that nice and sat next to. I've managed to do it before. But it doesn't seem to want to play ball today. That's going to have to do. Yeah, to be honest, that doesn't look half bad. Not quite aligned, but hey-ho. Yeah, I think that looks fairly respectable. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into our Industry Tycoon mod, which of course we have. We don't want any of those ones. We're just going to set up an oil refinery here at Warrington. Smashing there. And then we're going to put an oil well up at Preston. So each main hub for each area is going to have a particular type of yes, what this is. It's going to have one of these. So that's not perfectly perpendicular, is it? Big word, like it. Shift and get that perfectly lined up. There we go. Stick that on there. Smashing. So we've got that in. We're just going to have to. We're going to go really cheap here, and we can work on expanding it later. We just want the services up and running. Bring that round. 55 miles an hour, that's what we like. Bring it across there, 50 mile an hour, excellent. And we're going to need some signals in there. That one there. And we're going to need to one-way those bad boys there and there. Right, so that can at least use that track just to save us a bit of cash down there. And then we're going to need to bring this along. And over the top of our current Liverpool-Manchester line. Bring that over there. We're going to stick with the wooden 37 mile an hour bridge there. Because, well, it's a freight line. We don't need high speed lines when it's a freight line. There we go. So bring that one over. Bring that one down. And couple that up. We're going to make all this look a lot nicer in due course. But obviously what we're doing for now is just getting it so that we're not having to rely on the pork barrel mod. Right, so that's all well and good. We're all looking fine and dandy there. So let's get that. Whoops, that's not what you meant to do there, is it at all? Get rid of that. Up at the tunnel, we'll bung a few more in there. I don't tend to put semaphore signals in the tunnel, but it's what we're going to have to do if we want to keep our trains nice and evenly spaced, but still not having trains sat around waiting. We're going to bung that one in there and that in there. Though depending how many trains we get running down here, I don't like trains sat just outside the station while there's a train in, so we may have to alter that as we see fit. Put that there. We'll bung another signal in between. I think that that is all good. In fact, I think that's very good. Right, let's get a depot in. So, we're going to use dark green for the freight trains. We're going to use a double header because that's exciting. And when we weigh up, tank wagon plane, capacity 14. It's going to be carrying oil and fuel backwards and forwards. Or a tank wagon there, which is most reliable. In fact, we want to see, that one will last longer, but does cost a lot more to run. Weight 8 tons, weight 6 tons. You know what, we're going to go with the British tank wagon, but we're going to go for it in black. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just manage 6 for now. So, that's upsetting. No, right, we're going to come back to that. We're going to whiz over to somewhere near Southport, sorry. Sorry, the barrels they started off in a vaguely straight line. It's getting slightly worse as time progresses. We're just going to add another row in there. Is that 10? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Yes, let's try again. So we want 10 wagons on, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Right, so 140 each, and off you go. Oh no, not yet. I've not made you a line. So Preston East down to Warrington Annex, and that's going to be FL for Freightliner, Preston to Warrington. Oil/fuel train. Keeping nice and inventive with the names there as always. So let's get those going. Oh, and while we've been doing that, I've completely forgotten that the Stockport service there is, or the Liverpool to Stockport service is actually arriving at Stockport. We don't want to miss that. You just carry on. You have my approval. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll come back to you. We just also need to click the other fella. Is he in there? Can we click him? Yes, we can. Put that down there. Right, we'll just get this out of the way. This can be doing its stuff. One person on. One whole person. Well, I suppose it's better than no whole people. Right, you just keep doing what you're doing there, fella. And main attention now is freight. All running very smoothly there. Well, of course it's running smoothly, it's only just come out of the depot. Now, in some people's eyes, that might be cheating when it comes to putting the industry down where we want it like that. Now, I was wanting to have it going over the Pennines to, say, Sheffield, Rotherham, Doncaster, that area there, but we want to get some freight down early on, because it's good at generating enormous amounts of cash. But we can't really have these little fellas here going over the hill, because they just don't like hills at all. So this is kind of a stopgap. I promise you we will have more exciting freight lines running as time progresses. Right, so again we're going to be focusing on doing other things while that's doing its thing there, so we'll leave him to it. We'll just make sure that he comes to a stop so they're nice and evenly spaced, as I say. Are you stopping? There we go. Having a think about it. Come on, we want to be doing other things now. Anytime today, at your leisure. There we go. Right, so that's doing its own thing there. Fantastic. We like a bit of double header action, and that is not meant to sound wrong in the slightest there at all. You see, even with a double header and only 10 trucks, it's still struggling at the hills there, just about. I can see that passenger service getting rather frustrated with the freight train there. Fantastic. Right, so we are going to expand our freight operations here first of all. Can we fit that in there? Excellent. Of course you can. Right, so medium country road. No expense spared. Now you always go road over rail or it ends up doing this dodgy little thing here. We're going to have to come back to that for when we add those tracks in, but nevertheless, and we'll make a nice pretty little bridge for Preston at the minute. Nice stone bridge there. I mean, all of this is temporary, of course, because when Preston does expand, then we're going to have to bulldoze all of this. So it is just a stopgap measure, you understand. Right, so we want to be delivering to the industry and the commercial if possible, because then we're not having to bulldoze too much of the city. We can use as few depots as possible. So that's fine there. And then we're wanting to gain access to there. Put that as a town road. And we're going to use the little truck stop, the drop-off point there. So, I mean, these two little fellas here are unfortunately going to miss out. You know what? We're not going to make them miss out. We're going to be star delivery men. Right, and women, of course. Right, so there we go. So Preston branch into there, to there, to there. That gives us a nice coverage of the town. We're going to use dark green, very dark green, for Eddie Stobart. For instance, that could be what we're using. So Preston delivery trucks. And of course you understand that these aren't specifically dedicated to fuel. We can use these for other goods, delivering them into Preston as time goes on. Whoa, we didn't want to do that. Lower Preston, get out. You're not invited to this party. Right, so put a few goods trucks on there, horse and wagons. Didn't mean to do that. You meant to pick them as being dark green. Not that with the horse and carriages it particularly matters. Right, so we'll just have the two of them for now. We can always up that as time goes on. So that's snaking across there rather nicely. Oh, it's all going so well. You must have done something wrong. It can't all be going this well, and that would be a fantastic shot if there was the other train there. But there isn't, because that would be far too perfect. Far too organised as well. But yes, anyway, what we'll do, we'll wrap that up for this time, because I feel like I'm running out of ideas for what we're going to do. I'm also running out of cash, which the amount of port barrels we've done, I just don't understand how that's possible. Anyway, next time we're going to continue expanding our freight operations onto Blackpool, Blackburn and Lancaster, but we're also going to put some freight in there from Warrington to Liverpool, Warrington to Manchester. We're really going to get this fuel distributed to Wigan, Bolton, maybe even Rochdale if we're feeling generous, and Stockport. But maybe at a push there for those two. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do hit it with a fabulous like if you did enjoy it. Obviously, if you didn't enjoy it, please do let me know as to the reason why. If I'm doing something incredibly annoying or horrendous, do of course let me know. Always open to constructive criticism there as well. There is a little subscribe icon in the top left of your video screen at the moment. I'd be very grateful if you did subscribe. And of course, do recommend this to your friends if you think that that's what they'd enjoy. Anyway, see you next time, and goodbye for now.